Hey guys, I'm doing this video about the nodal shifts that are coming up. It's going to be just a rough explanation about how they can change our lives. I'm going to go over the one that we are still currently in, which is North Node in Aries and South Node in Libra. Basically, this started in July of 2023, and it's till January 10th, 2025, and then January 11th is when the nodes will shift to Pisces and Virgo. But first, let's observe how the North Node in Aries and South Node in Libra has affected our lives, and perhaps we can relate to some of these things, these shifts that have been happening. So the lunar nodes, it's a mathematical point where the moon's orbit around Earth intersects with the ecliptic path of Earth's orbit around the sun. The intersection is where the nodes are. Nodes are heavily tied to soul and karmic lessons that are carried with us into this Earth realm. So North Node represents where we are needing to head towards as a collective, and which positive energies are in need of mastering. And then the South Node represents which negative influences, shadows, and patterns we are needing to move away from as a collective, while still bringing in the positive influences of the sign that it sits in. So how can we create alchemy with two opposing forces? Well, let's take the example of Aries and Libra. It's the one about relationships. So Aries is focused on the self, right? Because I am, it's the first house. Libra is focused on the other in the form of a relationship or togetherness, because Libra rules the seventh house. It's basically your house of self and the descendant. So there are two crucial points in one's chart to begin with. And this couple of years, or not years, 18 months, because it's only 18 months. It's like a year and a half or so. And it's basically emphasizes focusing on, are we happy with ourselves? Focusing on the strength that we have and building ourselves up versus the shadow sides of Libra, which could be codependency, people pleasing, validation, all of that stuff. Aries wants us to make ourselves a priority and strengthen the relationship we have to ourselves. Aries is also about leadership as well, courage, initiation, because it's a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs are the ones that start projects. They're the ones that, kickstart things. Being bold, being assertive in a healthy way, because you can't just get rid of the South Node completely. It doesn't mean, oh, I'm just going to obliterate all my relationships. I'm not going to care about anybody but myself. You don't want that either. But I guess just to kind of make sure to balance out the healthy dynamic between self and others. The South Node is representing all the negative aspects of the sign that's in the South Node. So like I was saying, letting go of codependencies, validation, negative relationships, not just romantically, but and then also, sometimes a lot of breakups happen, and I can guarantee you there's probably a ton of breakups that have happened within this this North Node, South Node axis in Aries and Libra. But at the same time, being diplomatic about it when things don't work out and trying to make it as, how do I put this, like, it's like that typical thing in breakups where they say, it's not you, it's me. No one wants to hear that, but that really is the line, the breakup line. It's not you, it's me. Because, well, you don't want them to be like, you don't want to tell them everything that they did wrong, or you want to try to just like be more balanced about it. Of course, blow ups still happen because sometimes you just have to get things off your chest that bother you. And sometimes people need to be told what they've done, and so that they can focus on healing that part and not being that kind of an individual. Because some people, they do just not even, they'll just forget of how their effect is, how they affect other people, and they do need to be called out. So, but it's just to balance out the self and the me versus we. So, basically focusing on how you live each day, who you are beyond relationships. You're not just the relationship, you are your own individual self. You are separate from the relationship. And it's important for us to work on those parts of us so we know who we are and we know what path we're going down. Because essentially, we are the main character of our story. Pluto was sitting in a T square to the nodes for a while. And when that happened, that is what really had a big influence on the letting go action and moving forward. So patterns, themes, situations, all those things kind of had a culmination, and a lot of people just decided, I'm done, I'm moving forwards, I can't do this anymore. And it has a lot of things tied to past situations that have happened, as well as past lives. I know that not everybody believes in past lives, but I do believe in past lives and karmas from that, karmic lessons that come up. It's like these things were fated to happen because we were supposed to learn certain things from those lessons. Now, does it mean that it is gone forever, that, okay, your lesson's over, you're never going to know this person again? No, that's not what it means. However, there's some situations, yes, it does turn out that way, because if people cannot work together and can't evolve together, then that's the only way, right? Then you have no choice. But if both individuals, or more than just two individuals, are able to evolve and grow from it, it doesn't have to be something where you just shut them out completely. But regardless, it is tied to past lives and karmic lessons. So North Node in Aries affirmations is like, I witness the passionate fire that burns inside. I follow its path up to where it leads me to my true identity and authenticity of who I am, what it is that I want, and where I can show up as a leader in my own autonomy. And then the South Node in Libra affirmation is, I merge with the fire inside to burn down the veil of false validation and peace that is only kept to please others and protect myself from witnessing truth through healthy boundaries. So those are the affirmations. And I want to go into the nodal change that's going to be happening on January 11th. So there's going to be new lessons that come up when the nodes change. North node moving into Pisces and the South node into Virgo, signifying a major astrological transition focused on themes of spirituality, compassion, surrender, and letting go of old patterns related to practicality and service to others. essentially pushing individuals to prioritize their inner world. So the next step is to work on the inside of ourselves, our spiritual growth, while potentially experiencing challenges with routine and self-care habits. Key aspects throughout 2025, an increased focus on your intuition and spirituality. There's going to be a greater emphasis on connecting with your inner self, exploring spirituality, embracing creativity, and then a need for self-compassion and surrender, because Pisces is known as the one who loves unconditionally and will sacrifice themselves. And that takes a significant amount of spiritual depth to do so. But Pisces does not restrict. Pisces flows. Pisces does not control. Pisces wants people to be free, to feel loved, be loved. So it will encourage letting go of control and allowing yourself to be vulnerable, which can lead to deeper healing and personal growth. Reevaluating service and routine, because the South Node being in Virgo, individuals might be prompted to examine their daily routines and how much service are they giving to others? Are they giving too much? Are they prioritizing other people over themselves? And needing to adjust their approach to find a better balance between giving and self-care. And potential challenges will be with boundaries, because Pisces, it's well known that Pisces struggles with boundaries big time. Big time. Because of the fluidity, the no restraints. So, can sometimes blur the boundaries, Pisces, yes, making it important to practice self-awareness and to protect your energy at all costs. How it could affect individuals. Well, this nodal shift can be a time of big personal developments as individuals. We delve deeper into our spiritual practices and explore our emotional landscape, which can be terrifying, very terrifying. But it must be done. It's one of those things that we have to go through and we have to face. And then an increased feeling of empathy and compassion, not just for others, but for yourself. Have a natural inclination towards understanding, supporting others may arise, leading to deeper connections with those around you. So you could connect deeper with those that you meet during this phase, or even people that are already in your life as well. A need for self-reflection. This shift can prompt individuals to examine their current life path and make necessary adjustments to align more closely with what they really want, like what they really, really want in life. What do they desire the most? And there's potential for confusion and indecision, because with the sign of Pisces, it's two fish going different directions, right? So navigating the Pisces energy will feel overwhelming at times, leading to uncertainty about direction or life choices. Important considerations. You got to look at where Pisces and Virgo are in your personal chart to know, because that is going to be where it's triggered, wherever you have Pisces and Virgo. So, which houses will be activated, basically. Intention setting. Be mindful of your intentions during this time, as the energy can be very receptive to your desires and your thoughts. Self-care practices. Prioritize relaxation, meditation, and activities that support your emotional well-being to navigate the potential challenges of this shift. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but it takes about 18 years for the nodes to return. So if you're going through your nodal return, this is going to be my nodal return, yes. My North Node is in Pisces natally. But if you're curious as to what themes, if it's not your North Node return, then, and you're curious to know, okay, how's this going to play out, Consider what major events were unfolding between 2015 and 2017. So think back to those years, 2015 through 2016, while the nodes were in opposite signs back then. So the North Node was in Virgo and the South Node was in Pisces, 2015 to 2017. What happened? What themes came about in your life? You may begin to see how themes of idealism, spirituality, and service evolved into more grounded, tangible actions and routines, and how they may do so again in this upcoming cycle. Because regardless, even if the North Node and South Node is switched, it's going to have the same themes, essentially. The only difference is that since Pisces is the North Node, there will be a higher emphasis on spirituality, more so than there will be practicality. If it was in Virgo, then it would be more emphasized on the practicality, with spirituality as well, though. So since it takes about 18 years for the nodes to go through, according to these points, it's activated every 18 years. You experience major breakthroughs relating to fate, destiny, and your life purpose. At ages 18, 36, 54, and so on and so forth. Because the nodes are always in opposite signs. The halfway marks are also notable. So if you're just getting your halfway return or your reverse nodal return, that'll be ages 9, 27, 45, and 63. So yeah, just make sure you look at those checkpoints in your chart, because then that will tell you what themes are going to be manifesting in your life in those times. Which one's going to be more dominant for you? For me, my North Node in Pisces is in my 8th house. So, and I'm sure I'll be documenting my entire experience to you guys as the 18 months go through. So I just want to go over a list of different North Nodes and South Nodes. Everyone has a different North Node and South Node in their chart. And if you want to find out where it is, just look for the horseshoe sign. So the upright horseshoe is your North Node point, and the upside down horseshoe is your South Node. North Node in Aries, South Node Libra is all about autonomy, agency, and independence. North Node in Taurus and South Node in Scorpio is all about embodiment, financial independence, and comforts. North Node in Gemini, South Node in Sagittarius is all about friendship, belonging, and communication. North Node in Cancer, South Node in Capricorn, all about nurture, self-love, emotional support. North Node in Leo, South Node in Aquarius, visibility, creativity, and leadership. North Node in Virgo, South Node in Pisces, healing, boundaries, and service. North Node in Libra, South Node in Aries, partnership, collaboration, and balance. North Node in Scorpio, South Node in Taurus, intuition, tenacity, shared responsibilities. North Node in Sagittarius, South Node in Gemini, travel, expansion, and trust. Ooh, I look forward to that one. Travel. North Node in Capricorn, South Node in Cancer, legacy, reputation, success. North Node in Aquarius, South Node in Leo, humanitarianism, progress, nonconformism. And North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, spirituality, artistry, and compassion. And that's the first video I'm going to do about this. But we have much more to cover.